Welcome to Los's Lounge. I don't know what it means. I'm not the killer. I don't know why the sound effects. I don't know even what's going on right now. All I know is that I'm feeling audacious, and damn it, on this episode of Los's Lounge, I'm by myself. I find myself lonely at the lounge. No one's gotten fired. No one's been reprimanded. But damn it, welcome to the Masshole Maestro episode. I am your host, Carlos Reyes, otherwise known as Los. Season 4 continues. It'll end one day. I don't know. I don't know. But check out the new cover art for the show. It's fabulous. And also, don't forget to hit follow on your favorite podcast app. Please rate, review the episodes. Let us know what you're thinking, and hit subscribe on YouTube. You can follow the show on Instagram Threads. Los's Lounge underscore podcast. My mouth is dry. Ich. This is the Masshole Maestro episode. A big shout out to Deanie, Jasmine, Renzo, Danielle, Jason, Serge. Still available where books are sold. Okay. Um, this is why I have co-host. All right. Listen, check this out. Accidentally Informed. You can tune in. Please follow their show, Claudia Jordan and Erica Cobb. Please don't forget to, actually, no, voting is over. So we're going to wish them all the best of luck for their NAACP award nomination, Best Podcast News and Information. Erica Cobb, Claudia Jordan doing big things. Also, a big shout out to Claudia Jordan. I told her it's hard to follow everything you do because she's got so many different multiple projects. But she's also on another podcast, right? So when does the woman sleep with Shayna Mokler? Uh, I hope I said your name right, sweetie. Shayna Mokler. Anyways, I'm subscribed to it. It's called Two Beauty Pageant Queens, One Wicked Podcast. Damn it, I think I fucked up the title. You know what, Claudia? Please forgive me. I should have been better prepared. All right, the masshole maestro. Listen, I've been called loud, opinionated, dramatic. Dramatic. Who, me? Too much. I've been called a masshole and an asshole. And I've used my asshole in more ways than one. We'll talk about that some other time when I have someone else around to like gross up. But what if I told you I'm not loud? I'm conducting. That's it. And that's why on this episode I'm just like a a railroad train conductor. I don't know what the T train is going. I don't know what the auto body shop. Gee, shout out to the Boston Red Sox. Shout out to everybody in Massachusetts. If you're a masshole, this episode is dedicated to you. And really, what is a masshole for anyone who doesn't know? Well, growing up in Massachusetts, bluntness is our love language. Straight shooter, straight to the point. Oh, thought my microphone was off. It also, it also doesn't hurt to have a mom who is always unfiltered and such a straight shooter. So way to go, mom, for setting the example. Thanks. All right. But we don't sugarcoat it. We call it like we see it. Maybe you don't have to live in Massachusetts to be that person. Right? We don't argue in Massachusetts. We project. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. No, but seriously, one of the great things about being in Massachusetts is there's so many different, just first of all, such an incredible state. We have wonderful educational institutions out here. We have free community college. We have Dunkin' Donuts. We have incredible foliage in the fall. I would say we have Boston, but Boston's kind of boring. And people in Boston tend to You guys have a stick up your ass, amongst other things. And so, but that's how we roll. That's how we roll. We don't sugarcoat it. Look, being Puerto Rican in New England is such a thing. Some of the first Puerto Rican immigrants or migrants that came from the island way back when, first established in New York City and also Hartford, Connecticut. Let's be very clear with that history. So, toughness becomes an armor. But at some point, somebody's going to push you to the fire. And it took me a long time to grow balls and actually defend myself. A long time. A few slaps. I've been bitch slapped, and I've had to bitch slap. It's been a while. Several fights, several chicken outs, and then several where I'm chasing you now. And it's just little old me. Listen, you got to be here to understand. But the driving is where it's at when you're a masshole. What does that mean? What does that look like? As I show this and I edit it, I'm going to certainly post a video of what masshole driving looks like so that you can kind of see the bullshit. The bullshit. Well, you're driving at a very steady speed. You're going, let's say you're on a highway or something, or you're just on a super busy road and you're flying, you're good. And someone decides, instead of just waiting that extra second after you go to get into the lane and go, they just go. So now they slow you all the way up. Dust to you bastards. All right. The maestro of music. Now, I've said this before. My playlist will take you all the way from Miles Davis to Bootsy Collins, like that, to Janis Joplin, to Madonna, to the Spice Girls, all the way to the Wu-Tang Clan, the RZA, the Jizza, the Inspector Deck, You God, rest in peace, old dirty bastard. What are we saying out here, people? Choo choo. Uh, let's talk a little bit about why music saved me. I actually do have a show structured here. You're not supposed to know the secrets, but I can share. Music saved me. Why is music so important? Why is the microphone so important? Well, I do work three jobs, and communication was always my thing. Media, being on the camera, being an on-air talent, being annoying. No, being very opinionated and always outspoken and advocating and learning. And even when it didn't really serve me any good, but at least it was true to me and true to form. Sometimes you have moments like that where you kind of put your foot in your mouth and I like to say that I've grown from those moments, but what does it mean to be on this microphone and wax poetic to you guys? Well, it means the world. It's freedom. We stand with Don Lemon. We stand with journalists. Look at me, foaming at the mouth. Disgusting. As soon as I said Don Lemon, looked like somebody just fucking glizzied on my freaking Jesus. What is going on? What the gaiety is going on? Yo, shout out to Wendy Williams, free Wendy Williams. How you doing? All right. So what that means to me, I know I talked about this with Erica Cobb on a previous episode and what it would mean to have more subscribers and more outreach and more, and having this show really phenomenally promoted and just out there and just because there's just so much here at the lounge to offer. But right, everybody has a podcast now, so it's like, and let's face it, I joined super late in the game. Okay, but why music saved me? Music was always my default. Music, well, we grew up with it. Right now, Willie Colon, rest in peace. Willie Colon, salsa conductor. Speaking of conducting, right? That's the theme. He was an incredible orchestrator, an incredible songwriter, an incredible music arranger, an incredible vocalist. Um, God, you think about Hector Lavoe. Those two were the duo back in the day, man. For those of you who don't know about Willie Colon, Google it, get into it. Idilio, one of the best songs. I don't know what that means and where we're going with this, but I wonder if I can get a sound effect. I want to throw it back to the days because that wasn't the sound effect I was looking for, but that was legendary. Legendary. All right, let's move on. So music has always been that thing. It's been that, and then seeing performance art and seeing, I grew up in the generation of MTV, and just watching these artists and the variety of music. And then you get older and you start to really dissect lyrics and understand, music just hits you different. Whether it's a song, you guys know how it is. I'm not going to get into all that. Um, let's move on. The first time I felt understood by a song, I don't know. I don't know. The first time I felt understood by a song. Oh, I'll have to get back to myself on that. Artist who shaped you, man, listen, you already know. The Queens, Madonna, Janet, Sade, Kylie, salsa, hip hop, all of it, all of that R&B music, R&B and soul, all of that saved me. Um, the playlist, classical music in my adult life has saved me. Uh, geez, Eric Debussy and Eric Sa I'm sorry, Claude Debussy and Eric Satie and just oh my God, the Miles Davis and Thelonious, you know. By the way, shout out Black History Month. Every month is Black History Month. Black history is American history, and it will never be erased. Let's be very clear. Okay, clock that, motherfucker. All right. Um, so, listen, I mean, a maestro doesn't just, make noise. He directs emotion. He commands attention. And so I say to you this. I am the loud man who talks about loneliness, and no one knows loneliness more than I do. Whoop, whoop, motherfucker. The fuck are people gonna supposed to do with that? Oh my God, tune out. But the pressure of always being the funny one. Yeah, I hate it. I hate that sometimes when I go to functions or something, not that I hate, that's a strong word, that people want do something, get up and dance, whatever. Somebody here was with me recently and said, "Come on, dance for me, entertain me." Where no one dropped a bag on the table, no one's written a check. I do enough for free. I'm tired of entertaining people. I'm really not. But do you know what I mean? Like on a personal, when I'm not on the mic or on the camera, there's no need for, decompress, man. Jesus. Why is it always got to be me? All right, podcasting as a reflection has been one thing that I wanted to talk about, and we always talk about this, and I mention it all the time. The purpose of the show was always to leave something behind to Isaiah, Melanie, Sasha. I'm just smiling now because there's a new addition to the family, and his name is Elijah. Elijah Benjamin Reyes, which is my nephew's son. So welcome to the world, baby Elijah. And one day when you become older, you're going to be listening to these and getting to know me and laughing and making fun of me. And I love you and welcome to the world. But that's the reason I did this show is to have reflection because we're not going to always be here forever, right? We only have so much time on Earth. So we're almost at 70,000 streams. It's only taken 5 years. We're not at, I keep getting like little foaming mouth. I'm sorry, guys. Super dehydrated right now. I just need like some water or something, and there's no one else here. Um, and so this is part of the legacy, right? And so this will live on forever. People think that loud men don't feel deeply. Oh, we do. We just feel publicly. And yet you don't know shit. Zoom in on that, motherfucker. No, no zoom. All right. All right. All right. Move on to culture, chaos, and conducting conversation, shall we? So, why do I speak up to politics? Why? Because right now we see I saw you zoom out. Really? How dare you? Why? Because we have a corrupt administration under the Trump administration. We have a corrupt president, an alleged pedophile. We have a twice impeached felon who is running the country and it's just torn it apart and created such a civil war with racism, even more than what it was already there. Why speak out? Because it is our right. It's freedom of the press, freedom of our, freedom of speech. And yes, there are consequences and prices, but you know, um, you don't stop. You don't stop. So you further educate yourself. You read different outlets. You stay in tune. You stay in the know because with this particular administration, and as all of you are seeing, they are taking away and stripping away so many programs, not just on the federal level, but on the state level as well too. So many necessary programs that people need. And who's affected by this? Lower income people, black and brown people, marginalized people. Fuck, it's even white folks too. Everyone, they don't care anymore. Michael tried to tell us they don't care about us, and yet Here we are. The responsibility of having a microphone is not just to turn on the microphone and also just play games. It's also to have a point of view and be able to make sure that you can articulate and add to the conversation versus pretending like we know it all. I don't know shit, but I do. You know shit, but you don't. We know things, but what the fuck does anyone really know? And that's what we want to share ideas and exchange and always do the research on the topics that we talk about here at Los's Lounge, especially when it comes into the arts. You know, I get into my bag when it comes into pop culture and all that stuff. So I like to have statistics and all that. But the most important piece and the most important thing that anyone will ever own is their point of view. And no one can take that away from you. It's your point of view. It's yours to own, harness. And I remember Madonna saying one time, you know, we are not in control of our destiny. We are simply the managers of it, right? You're not the owners of it. So if you manage and conduct it, it's kind of a dirty word. Conduct me. I want to be conducted. Ridiculous. This show is never going to go anywhere. Okay, this is why I don't do this shit by myself. I'm going to hate watching this back and at the same time probably just roll up a joint, smoke one for the gods and enjoy it. Okay. Why Los's Lounge isn't just pop culture gossip. It's not. It's become more. I mean it is. But because of my rotating guest co-hosts, we have built such a staple here of just comfortability, comfortability, uh, 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 leaving a free, open, safe space to receive different points of views because sometimes that also, I love it. I love when I have the group panels. You know, someone might say something, and even if you don't agree with it, certain aha moments creep in, and you kind of start to look at things differently depending on what it is. Um, so if it's going to be loud, it better mean something. You better have something to say, and you gotta, stick to your fucking convictions. All right, this isn't going to be a long episode. This is a short one for today. But our next episode, we welcome back more rotating guest co hosts, and we're going to keep going. I just feel like I had to wax poetic by myself because everything's been going pretty fine and whatnot. Work is good. I want to just journal this right now. I'm in a really good, happy space, healthy, chilling, focused, super excited for the fall when classes restart. For me, at least, because I'll be finishing finally my degree and what have you. And work is always the constant great. I want to give a big up to M. Blissett. I want to give a big up to everyone who has supported the show. A big, big, big hug to Claudia Jordan and Erica Cobb. A big, massive shout out to Serge. Um, in closing, I'll leave you with this. What am I still learning about being a podcaster or just doing the show and just maybe by myself? I'm learning that it's okay to still learn, and I'm learning to offer more grace, not just to myself, but to others. I don't like growing up. What are you trying to unlearn? Being a hoe? Single out here in these streets. Shut up. Judge me later, but judge me. You see what I'm saying? Where is the show headed? I don't know after that last comment. It might be down the toilet. Someone flush it now. Jeez. Um, Closing line. Still available where books are sold. The show is available on your favorite podcast app. I know I seem very chill and relaxed, but that's also kind of like a vibe of the show, right? Do you remember our first episode, Loungers? That's not your name. You don't have a name. Right? Audience. Do you remember that first show? We've evolved. I just have to give a big, massive shout out to all the rotating guest co-hosts that I have. The people, my day oneers, Jasmine and Harry, Renzo, Serge, Danielle, Felicia, everyone that's been on the show recently and really just been doing their thing and showing their support. Jason, who's been helping me as well. I really, really appreciate it. We've come a long way, haven't we? And yet here we are. So gay. A maestro doesn't silence the noise. He turns that motherfucker into music, and I'm still learning how to conduct, if you know what I mean. Los Lounge Podcast. We are out. Hey, mom. Hi, dad. Did I do good? I didn't really try to swear too much. Fuck it. Whatever. Tune in. Bye.